Greetings. The following podcast may include stories featuring dumb people doing really dumb things, some nonsensical segments, and some saucy language. Consider yourself sufficiently warned. Now enjoy the show.
And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Ooh, welcome to Waffle Box, the podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up on episode 127, sometimes a store name is just a name, not a suggestion. An old man in England makes friends with a peculiar little thing. Godzilla is back, minus one, in this week's movie review, and much, much more. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the main man from San Fran. It's Mr. Kush Hayes. Kush, how you doing, buddy?
What's good, y'all? Kush Hayes here, episode 127 of the Waffle Box. It's the People's Podcast. It's the best part of Wednesdays. You've accepted no substitutions. Dogging all the way from the home of Super Bowl 60. You do this. You love us because we do this. We do this because we love you. That without a doubt. Nathan, what's shaking? And your name
Holy
is Lathan.
fucking shit, I'm back, bitches. What a crazy couple of weeks it's been.
Lathan, yes, welcome back, welcome back. What's been up? What's been up, buddy? You know, I allowed you to take some time off over Thanksgiving, and then you haven't been back for like 3 weeks. What's the story?
Well, I decided to take some time to recharge the batteries over Thanksgiving and visit my mom.
Oh.
She actually lives on a Fortnite server, if you believe that. It's a beautiful spot with an amazing view of the sunset. Anywho, long story short, they added these new dirt bikes to the game, and my dumbass decided to take one for a spin after far too many Shirley Temples and ended up breaking my leg.
Oh,
Wait,
dang.
isn't a Shirley Temple a non-alcoholic cocktail?
Yes.
Wait, seriously? Well, I guess I'm an even bigger dumbass than I thought. Can we just move on, please?
Sure, let's move on.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you back, buddy. It's good to have you back. Means I don't have to press any buttons anymore. It's nice. Kush, how you been? I see you getting into the festive spirit. We are officially in December. Oh,
Yeah,
the
man.
countdown
I'm feeling
to
the
Christmas.
spirit before us. I'm
Santa
officially
Claus is
unemployed
coming.
until January 2nd.
Ooh.
I'm loving all of Mariah Carey right now. Like the main man from San Fran is on holiday, and got to bring it to the Waffle Box. You got to bring that spirit with you, baby.
Yeah, the spirit in the sky. So when did your vacation officially start today?
No, we've been on vacation since Cyber Saturday or whatever that was. Whatever, the day after Black Friday.
So it's Thanksgiving, Black
It's been
Friday,
about a week.
Cyber Saturday.
It's been about a week.
I thought it was Cyber Monday.
I don't know anymore. I know I slept all day Saturday, the day after Black Friday, because I worked 18 hours. So
See,
Don't worry
I
about
miss sleep. I've been
sleep was nice.
I'm quite the night owl, and it's very hard to get out of that sequence. So no matter, I'm just pottering around the house doing stuff until like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And it's hard to get out of that habit. But long story short, my little fur baby Oreo has to take this new medication.
Oh man.
Because she has fluid in her lung. Yeah, and an enlarged heart.
Like, oh no. And that's a small dog too, so it can't have much of a large heart.
Well, this is how crazy it was. Like the vet was like, because the only reason I took her into the vet is because she had a cough, and turns out her heart is so enlarged that it's pressing onto her throat.
Crazy.
And causing it. And I'm smiling and laughing, but it's just like it's crazy as fuck. Like literally, the vet was like, "You cannot walk this dog anymore because any unnecessary stress
that is also crazy
will kill this dog." And I was like, "What the fuck?" So, but anyway, yeah, to help rid the fluid from the lungs while we wait for the heart doctor thing, I have to give her these pills, which basically flushes her system. It takes basically as much water out of the body, and somehow I don't know the science behind it, but I have to give her these pills every 12 hours, and it's like in her system for like 4 hours. So to kind of make sure that I get a somewhat good sleep, so I don't have to keep taking her out to pee every 30 minutes.
Oh, damn.
I worked out roughly the best time would be about 6:30 in the evening. So she sleeps at night. But every 12 hours, that means her first pill is at 6:30 in the morning. So no matter what day it is, even if it's Saturday, after like the other night, went out, enjoyed myself, had a couple of cocktails, got home, went to bed about 2:30. My alarm went off at 6:30. Give the dog the pills. Oh. And
it's not easy. You can't just go like, here, Oreo, just flick one at her and she goes, oh, it's a process, right?
I have to disguise the pill, and then give it to her. But then he's like, oh, well, I've done that now. I've got nothing else planned for today. I'll just go back to bed. And you go back to bed, and then, but every time you hear her moving, I'm like, oh, is she trying to pee? Does she need to pee? I'm paranoid now. It's like, oh,
fucking hell.
So yeah, that's my little fur baby.
That's gonna linger for a while.
Well, I mean, like 30 days at least of this medication. Hopefully, but then who knows? Maybe I don't know. We'll see all I know is that it's costing me a lot of money. So it's draining me monetarily and emotionally. That's all. But on some nice things before we get into the show, did you see that? Because Rockstar Games was supposed to drop the new trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 on Tuesday, but apparently the story is that trailer got leaked. So it was like, well, if someone's getting all the attention, we're going to get the attention. So they released it early. So around about 6 o'clock Eastern on Monday, Grand Theft Auto dropped the trailer. Rockstar Games dropped the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6. Did you check it out?
I did check it out, and I have to say, for a trailer, I mean, that's not in gameplay we're looking at, so it's all cutscenes, but like that mocap is looking so sweet these days.
Right.
Like it looks like a real person. I think we say that with every edition, but like the graphics do get better and better with each edition. Why this edition took 15 years, why it took a whole Avatar 2 to do, I do not know. But I'm happy to see we're back in Vice City. I'm interested to see that we are a female now. We are a leading Latina.
Well, I think obviously they haven't released any official information, but from what I'm gathering, I think it's going to be similar-ish to Grand Theft Auto 5, where there's going to be like multiple players, and you kind of can switch between them. But yes, at least one of the playable characters will be of the female variety.
And I thought the worst thing they did was coming 2025, and I was like, fuck you.
Well,
that's just rude. No, it's rude, man.
Yeah,
that shit should be coming out. That trailer should be like, guess what, guys, we're doing a Beyonce and we're coming out in 2 weeks, yo. Like, or it's out now. We didn't even want to do. We know you've been hyped for this thing for 15 years. We just put it out today. The whole game.
Yeah, I see it
available to download. $100.
I guess play it. Devil's advocate. It's like this has been exactly the same. Like I think I'm pretty sure they did this with the Red Dead Redemption games, the last Grand Theft Auto. They always like give it a wide berth. But yeah, could you imagine it? Because at the end of the day, like you say, we've waited like 15 years just for a trailer of the next game. I don't think anyone would care if it was like, oh, we're still waiting for the trailer for the next one. And then, like I say, the world would go nuts. Imagine how much money they would make overnight if they literally put out the trailer and was like, pre-order now. Like, what? People were like, what? Where's my wallet? People would be going.
The servers would have crashed. Servers would have crashed for sure. And maybe that's why they didn't do that. Maybe that's why they didn't do that. I don't know. But I can tell you, like, the biggest joke of that trailer was coming 2025. Like, I don't have a PS5. I don't have the new Xbox. I'm not gonna get either one of them.
I will.
So that means I will not be getting GTA 6. But I understand the fans' frustration.
Well, I'd like to think that let's just say it comes out January 2025. Best case scenario.
Sure.
That's 13 months
14
away.
months from now.
13
months? Okay.
13 months, yeah.
Let's say 13.
Yeah,
13.
Whatever. I'd like to think by then PlayStation 5s are a little bit more easier to get, and the price would be a little bit lower than they are now. So,
don't care. I don't have time for them.
Oh no,
I don't have time to play the PlayStation 4 I have right now. My favorite game is right here, Rock Band. I'm literally stroking my guitar. Ooh, baby. I don't
This
have
is how,
time to play
okay.
it.
This is how long ago the last we've been waiting for a new Grand Theft Auto. Sitting
It
behind
came
me,
out on PS3.
although if you pay close attention there, you'll be able to see my old PlayStation 3 in the background.
Oh, okay. Dig it.
And one of the only games I still play on that PlayStation 3 is I boot up Grand Theft Auto 5. So it's been
Yeah, I
two
get it.
consoles
Mhm.
since we've been waiting for this
So
thing.
I somehow slept entirely on the PS3. Like it just I just couldn't get it together. And then like a year into the PS4, they had this crazy ass Christmas sale. And I was like, I'm getting that now, no questions asked. And then we got our Street Fighter 5 and Grand Theft Auto 5 and Rockstar 4. So it was uh, very happy with my purchases, but we are not upgrading any further. We do not play any of it, so it's a shame.
I'm definitely looking forward to it because the
I
story's
think I
be great.
beat GTA 5. I think I beat GTA 5, but I honestly don't know.
I did, but I know there's multiple endings depending on things you do. And I only beat it once. And then tell you what game I did, because Rockstar Games, shout out to their storytelling. Red Dead Redemption, the first one. I beat that a few times.
I know I've never played anyone.
Oh, the storyline is so good. Like to the point of like I wept tears at the end of that story.
Really?
Oh, it was so
Okay.
good. I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, I could spoil it because if you don't know the ending by now, then what are you waiting for? But it would take we'd have to do a whole thing about it, and I don't want to drag that too much longer. But yeah,
that's okay.
It's a great story.
I got misty during the ending of Telltale's first edition of The Walking Dead.
Oh, they were good games.
Oh, she's just a little girl. What's she gonna do with it?
Is it the first one where at some point, like one of the guys who's like looking after the little girl gets bitten, and so he handcuffs himself to the radiator, and he's like, "Leave me, leave me." I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god." Oh,
awful.
That shit always gets me in zombie movies when one person sacrifices himself. Like it's such a trope, but it gets me every time because they never show them dying. You just hit like they kind of zoom out and you hear the guns firing, and then suddenly, and he's oh they're dead. Oh my god, happens every time.
Oh my goodness. I know we got to get to the next segment here, man. But before we jump over, I just want to make a quick reference to my Taylor Swift review from like I guess a month ago now, and just say in the infamous words of the great Beyonce Knowles Carter, to all the haters, shut the fuck up and suck a dick. Please, let's go further.
Renaissance is out.
Yeah.
Is that just exclusively in theaters, or is that on like a Disney Plus or
no, exclusively in theaters for now? And it's literally a documentary and a concert. So the documentary is quite fucking interesting. To the point where I was like, I wish this was just a documentary. The performances are amazing. So I went like, I wish this was just a concert movie. But you try and mix the two together in short review, it's uneven. And
I remember
I got bored.
I think who was it? Was it Jay-Z did that? Like I think this is around the era, like the Black Album era.
It would be your husband.
Yeah, it would be. I think he did it like a documentary slash like it was like maybe if a documentary is what was supposed to be his final tour. I think if I might be making this up totally, but I'm sure it was him. But yeah, it was like the same thing. The documentary would be interesting, and then you'd be like sitting there going, "Oh, this is really interesting. This is really cool." And then it suddenly just cut into like a performance, and you're like, "Oh, what the fuck? God damn it!" But then by the end of that song, you're kind of like, "Yeah, yeah," and then they cut back to one or the other.
Yeah, it's understandable that a lot of people are trying to compare it to the Taylor Swift movie, but it's actually more fair to compare the Beyonce film to the old 1991 Madonna's Truth or Dare, because that did a similar thing. Like here behind the scenes stuff. Oh, and then here's a performance, but she didn't show you the whole performance. She's like, "No, motherfucker, we're not giving you the whole show. You didn't pay for the concert." So, and they would cut to another thing, and then they would do part of another performance. But again, part of another performance. I gotta tell you this, dude. Don't bring your A- game when you're working with Beyonce if you ever do work with the ladies.
I'll make a note of that.
tolerates no fucking fools. Don't bring anything less than 101% because like if
When
you fart during a performance, she might change the
Beyonce
whole.
wants to work with me,
Mm-hmm.
bring my A game.
Bring A plus game. Yeah, don't slouch, dude. And
A plus.
A plus. She is not playing, dude. She will fuck you up too.
Oh, I bet.
She gets very obsessive about everything, and I absolutely understand why she was doing that. But then at one point, for some reason, her 11-year-old daughter is sitting in on the meeting, and while I don't believe kids should be talking up or talking at all, the kid brought up a great point. She's like, "Mom, you're literally wasting time talking about the PSI of inflatable fingers," and I was like, "Oh shit." We might be getting a little too obsessive here. Like it's just she's got a background piece. It's imagine Kush Hayes doing this, but my fingers are inflatable, and then they open up. They might open and close. But like she probably like burned a half hour on that.
Interesting.
So anyways, that's enough about that.
Anyway, so yes, I'm gonna wing it back. I had a segue in my head, and I'm just going for it. I don't care. So yes,
go for it.
Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out 2025. Speaking of coming, it would have made more sense if we didn't talk about Beyonce, but
that was my fault. That was my fault.
No, I should be creative enough to come up with another segue, but I didn't. I rested on my laurels.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, let's kick it into gear. Even though we've already technically started speaking about top stories with GTA 6 and Beyonce's new movie, it is now officially time to kick off the show with this week's top stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
Our first top story this week takes us to Iowa. The official state tagline of Iowa is, "Yep,
we got corn.
You're here."
I don't know if you've been to Iowa, but that's a good call.
Iowa. Horses still drive people around here.
Kind of, yeah. Last time I was in Iowa was 2008 for a family funeral. We don't need to talk about all that, but we were at a family member's farm, and the old man doesn't know anything about TV production, and the young guy here, that's me, doesn't know anything about farming, so we didn't have a lot to talk about. But I was obsessed with this is 2008 again, video cassette collection. Nice. And the newest thing they had was 8-legged freaks.
That was the pet. Don't you know what though?
That was the spider movie.
Before we get into the show, in this story, now I'm obviously getting a bit older. I would love if I had with my little setup going on here. If I had a cassette player, now I could steal every now and then, just chuck in an old cassette. Oh, just for the vibes. This takes me back.
Okay.
Why not? People sit there with record players, vinyl records. I mean, I know the audio clarity is better on a vinyl than it would be in a cassette tape, but still, retro, baby, retro.
No, it's the lessest of quality. Like records is still a really good quality for sound. Even 8-track's fine, but the whole thing is ridiculous because you only put one fucking song on an 8-track. Anyway, video, it's just terrible quality. It's already aged, so even if the newest thing that you have one of those Back to the Future cassettes that are still in the shrink wrap and you took it out, like it's just gonna look terrible. No, I can't get behind this trend of retro wear for video cassette. If you want, guess what I've been doing? I've been binge watching old Siskel and Ebert reviews on YouTube, and guess what? That's a video cassette transfer. So if you want your nostalgia, look up old media. It's all out there, dude. It's all out there. And you get tracking. Sometimes the guy fast forwards the commercials. Yeah.
Well, the commercials we play in the break, they're from like the 80s and 90s, and some of them you can clearly see they've been ripped from a VHS. It's whatever. Anyway, yeah, Iowa, what a place. So a guy in Iowa was recently arrested for pleasuring himself in front of customers at a convenience store. The incident involved a 54-year-old man called Kenneth Kelly, who allegedly followed around patrons at the local, Come and Go convenience store. And he would say sexual things to them before masturbating in their presence. I love the way this article was written. I'm just masturbating in your presence. I wasn't masturbating at you. You just
feel like
happened
you
to
need a
be
cape.
there.
I feel like I need a cape and maybe this top hat. And then I can just go to town and like, now I'm masturbating in your presence. And just look crazy.
As he gets out his little pocket watch. Oh, I believe it's time for an orgasm.
Is it wet time already?
Wrong place, wrong time, I'm afraid, milady. As he doffs his hat. But he could do that.
Or Kenneth, Come and Go, Kelly.
Yeah.
KKK. Boom.
An officer canvassed the area with
That went
photos
right over
of
your head.
Kelly. Hopefully, had his. Did you recognize this penis? But multiple people identified him. The officer then allegedly, again that word, I hate that word. I don't know why I do it, but the officer then allegedly confronted Kelly at his apartment, where he said he had clothing that matched the surveillance footage. Right? Great. He had the same clothing on, but also I'm assuming he had the same face.
So the surveillance cameras in Iowa are not up to snuff in like they are in New Jersey or California, where it's crystal clear 4K video.
There's a guy quickly
even some places
drawing
out here, ain't you?
etching with an etch-a-sketch.
Might as well be one of those parrots from the Flintstones, just chiseling it out on granite. Yet, no. However, Kenneth Come and Go Kelly was also wearing his cape and his top hat, so it was very easy to identify.
At first, Kenneth Kelly denied that it was actually him masturbating at the Come and Go store.
Smart move.
However, he was read his Miranda rights, but then he had you know what? It's fair cop. They caught me on camera with these clothes, so I better need to explain myself. And so he said, "No, I wasn't masturbating at the store. I was simply, quote, scratching my genitals." Because
furiously.
one guy, one thing I can relate to as a man is, hey, you know what? Sometimes your balls get itchy. It happens, and it's sometimes not the most appropriate time. But what you normally do is, if it's people around, like you try to do it, you put your hand in your pocket and you kind of like try to like not cause a scene.
At least remove the underwear, like pull your underwear down for a minute. Like,
give it a little
that might help.
Scratch. Or if there are people, you just do the whole, oh, look over there, scratch. I don't need to remove the balls from the pants to really get in there.
I will be very obtuse, and I will just grab my junk and go, just one foul swoop. Just again, like we're just at best we're just trying to pull our underwear down because maybe it's bunched up, and that might be the problem. However, pulling the dick and balls out, no, it's point up. Don't do it. It's bad.
Just if you're worried that you're going to get mistaken for the wrong situation, maybe just honesty is the best policy. Like if you're in a convenience store and there's lots of people around and you get the urge, like you get a little tingle, not that kind of tingle, but the itchy tingle.
I understand.
Just be like, sure. Hey, look, I don't want to make this weird, so I'm about to go to town and scratch my balls. Do you want to turn around? Might work.
They don't even have to turn around, but you know what? I think that's fair. You could put the warning out there as like, look, I just don't want you getting the wrong idea. My balls itch. And I just need
you have 5 seconds at most. You have 5 seconds to make a decision.
5 seconds, please.
And then this is on
you. Or you can watch, but that's all I'm doing. I just gotta scratch my balls, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Now I'm gonna assume that this maybe is just a coincidence, but the fact that this fella is masturbating at the Come and Go is objectively fucking hilarious.
Word on the street is that prior to visiting Come and Go, he was seen being thrown out of BJ's wholesale club, yelling, "False advertising," at the top of his lungs.
Son of a bitch.
Get it?
That's a good one, Nathan.
That's a good one.
I like it too. That was a good one.
Welcome
good for
back,
you, Lathan.
Lathan.
That AI is picking it up.
Yeah, I forgive you for being AWOL for 3 weeks.
He broke his leg. He broke his artificial leg.
His artificial leg. But there you go. Moving on to the next story. It's apparently this was the week for men to whip their dick out in public.
Hell yeah. Oh, no.
Because the way the article starts, a guest at Disneyland pulled off a wild stunt by getting naked on the It's a Small World ride. According to Deadline, the guests got off the ride while it was moving and removed their clothes. Park operators were aware of the situation and stopped the ride while the guest was detained and removed from the park. Video of the incident showed the guest maneuvering through the makeshift river that brings guests through the ride without his shirt on. Another clip shows the guy messing with the animatronics on the ride. Oh, God, what was he doing?
Yeah. He was getting naked.
The Anaheim Police Department brought the person into custody shortly after he was removed from the premises, and the ride itself was shut down for over an hour while park operators inspected the scene. By inspecting, I hope you mean deep cleaning, because this guy's messing with the animatronics whilst naked. There might be some stains on that. You might have to get the black light out.
Yeah. So this isn't a new thing. People have been doing ridiculous shit like this at Disneyland, but also on It's a Small World for a long ass time. And unlike the Come and Go in Iowa or the Sears in San Francisco, which probably isn't a thing anymore. I don't know why I came up with Sears. Disney has state-of-the-art cameras where, like, it's a small world, so everything is dark, but their cameras are so light sensitive it looks like what you and I have here right now. Like, it's clothes, skin tone. Disney security is top notch, bro. Also, there is a small city under Disneyland, and within that city is a jail and a judge. Yeah, a courthouse.
Yeah, Disney Court.
Yeah, Disney Court. They got a full ass judge and everything there. And
is it Mickey Mouse?
Times it's highly unlikely.
Why'd you take your clothes off at the park? That's fucked up, man.
Highly unlikely. There is a YouTuber out there right now. I'm not going to mention her name. Very beautiful lady though, and she does the whole dating sex chat YouTube show genre. But she dropped a bomb that, like, she lost her virginity on It's a Small World, and they knew immediately, and they shut that shit down for an hour to clean it, and her boyfriend got thrown in Disney jail.
Wait, what kind of YouTube channel does she have?
She talks about sex and dating.
Okay. I thought the way you
relationship stuff.
I thought you was suggesting she was one of those ASMR weirdos. Not weird. I apologize. I'm not kink shaming. No. Yeah, I don't understand that shit. What the fuck is that?
I don't like that shit either.
No. It's like,
it's bad.
And then
I thankfully can't hear that.
Oh well, my microphone's ASMR proof, thankfully. And then they just like ruffle some crisp packets up and like zip up and down. Like, what are you doing? What is this for?
Fuck off.
I don't understand.
Again. In the words of the wise Beyonce Knowles Carter, shut the fuck up and suck a dick.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to come up with a joke connecting the ride being called It's a Small World and the size of this gentleman's machinery. I know it's there somewhere. It'll come to me.
There. It's very elementary, though. You're better than that, Lathan. But you're still learning.
That happens to me sometimes.
You're like, what is he, like 3 months old? He's still a baby.
But do you ever have that? Something that happens to me, like where like the joke is so obvious that it's like I can't think of a good. I can't. Like When in doubt, you
There
say
isn't a better
that's
joke.
what she said, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
how
I'm
about,
not afraid to
hey
drop
buddy,
with
nice junk. Where's Snow White and the other 6 dwarves?
That one's not bad, actually.
That's funny.
That's pretty good.
That's funny. That's funny.
Although I think the I imagine
I'm
the
not
state
afraid
he's
to
man in, he
drop.
probably wouldn't get that.
That's what she said. I was again, my very last day of work, Black Friday. We're putting all the toys back in the box, and the box is back on the truck, and we're almost out of here, Mike Fish. And guess what? At the end of these basketball events or any of these events, sometimes your cables are covered in beer or soda or everything else, and it gets sticky, and you're like, ew. So like, hey, how you doing, Kush? A little sticky and sore, boss. Not afraid to say it. And then he went like, oh, beer, huh? Like, I like my beer on the inside, not the outside. And I went, that's what she said. And then he went, oh. He was just so deflated.
What you saw a little sticky and sore, and he goes, "Oh, beer." You just looked him dead in the eye, like ejaculate, and maybe to see how awkward he got. Well, if it's your boss, maybe you don't want to do that.
Went to the come and go, and I came.
You know, I'm not gonna mention the company name, but I recently started a new employment, and
It's
you know,
exciting.
it's exciting, but it's corporate, so it's like you have to do like the like 2 weeks onboarding, training, and bunch of Zoom calls.
2
and
weeks of this
stuff.
shit?
Yes.
Good for you. Oh
But
my god, it's a vacation before you even start.
Yeah. But the guy who's leading it had this fantastic way of like being fun, but also I guess this was his way of covering his ass. Like every time he would like maybe like say a curse word or something, he would be like, "Oh, anyway, yeah." So anyway, yeah, I don't give a shit. Hashtag HR, and then he'd like move on. He'd just
okay.
I don't know how that helps, but it made me laugh. I was like, hashtag HR.
Yeah. There's so much ridiculousness. I forget what job I was getting hired for, but yeah, during the HR video, yeah, some dude is looking at porn in the computer bank area. He's not at his desk, he's at a bank of computers, and he's just clearly watching porn. And he was like, what I got a community college class, and I'm writing a paper, and I'm doing notes here, and they're just like it's one of those things where I just bellied laughed because it was the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But you know what, it probably happened anyways.
Oh yeah. See, I don't know whether I'm gonna do. Maybe I will, because it's still a company, but because it's like a remote, so I work with myself, so I'm not really seeing anyone.
That's what she said.
Hey, but you know, I love the old like sexual harassment videos. Like they're my
did one
favorite.
Of those back in October.
Like the ones like over the top, like where you have to sit through this like
ABC
3-minute scene. And then, like, there's this pregnant woman, for example, sitting in the break room. And then the boss comes in and goes, "Hey, Susan, get back to work. I don't care if you're pregnant." And it goes, "Was this the right thing to do?" And you're like, let me think about this. It's so obvious.
It's not
nice
London
tits.
1897.
Should you mention a woman's tits? No. Correct. Yay. Oh, it's so like I guess it's annoying, but it's also scary. It's like, wow, if they have to be this obvious, there's at least one person who's like making notes. Oh, don't mention size of co-workers' tits. Good to know. Good to know.
It's good to know. How often do you get caught up where you think you picked the right answer, and like, no, it's this other answer? You're like, really? That seems way more problematic, but all right. Like, you think you picked the safest answer, and they're like, no, that is still not okay. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
I just don't know how about the lady's head covering. Wait,
am I Harvey Weinstein?
Absolutely have to compliment it.
Am I R. Kelly? Oh no.
What?
Yeah, to look at myself in the mirror. Can I fly? Can I fly now? Is that how that works? Anyway, so there you go. final story this week comes to us from jolly old England. Can't remember exactly where, but it wasn't really that important. So the story goes, so these old people, bless them, sweethearts, they're all old, bless them. Jeffrey and Sian Edwards. This is how the story goes. I tried to summarize this story in a couple of paragraphs, and I was like, how can I like lead into this story and then drop it like, whoa, there's the twist, but no, this is straight. They had kept an unexploded missile from the 19th century as a quote garden ornament for over 40 years.
Yeah.
So, but apparently the unexploded missile actually dated further back than that, as Mr. Edwards said that the original property occupants said it had been there for over a century. So I don't know who someone snitched, and what happens to snitches? Snitches get stitches. But
they get exploded with the backyard ornament.
Well,
it doesn't rhyme, but yeah,
it worked. Yeah, we'll move it. So he was recently forced to bid farewell to it last Wednesday after police said that it would need to be investigated by the Ministry of Defense. And then he starts getting quoted in this article, and then it gets weird, right? You think it's weird that this guy has an unexploded missile and he's just planting plants around it. I don't think
that's weird, but yeah.
Really?
Okay. No.
Maybe not weird.
In Europe and London? No, I don't think that's weird at all. But with all the time frames you've told me, I don't think any of this is weird. But let's hear the resolution.
I imagine cutting the grass around the unexploded bomb. I would be shitting myself.
It's like you said, it's from the late 19th century. I mean, this isn't 100%, but there's a half-life for those things. Like it's highly unlikely. If it didn't explode by now, it's highly unlikely it's going to explode tomorrow.
That's what I want you to think. Anyway, so yeah, he was quoted as saying, "We've lived in this house for 41 years and have known it for all these years. And I told the bomb squad, if you evacuate the street, then the wife and I aren't leaving our home."
Oh. Come on, man. It doesn't have to be all that either.
Yeah, so they also if the bomb goes off, if they blow up the bomb, then our house is going to get destroyed and all our possessions, and life's not worth living anymore. So just follow us up with it, which is a bit morbid. I'd appreciate you're old, but it's not that serious.
Dramatic for sure.
I'm pretty sure would the insurance cover that? Because it's like, well, yeah, because the bomb was there before they moved in, so maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
It's a pre-existing condition.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I guess. Yeah. If you didn't want your house being blown up by a bomb, maybe don't move into the house with the bomb in it. So yeah, good call, Kush. Fortunately, the bomb squad discovered that while it did have a light charge, it was actually unlikely to go off, so it could be moved without having to evacuate anyone. It was detonated at a disused quarry nearby last Thursday. But good news that when it was detonated, it just kind of like cracked in half like an egg. And then
like an egg from Alien just went.
And then the gobbledygooker come out. That's Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, believe it or not, those things, again, have a shelf life. There's an expiration date on those things. You'd think there wouldn't be. There is. And if it's from the 19th century, if I heard that correctly, again, if it hadn't blown up already, it wasn't going to tomorrow. So, however, those, again, it's the technology is so inferior to what those guys deal with today. They literally could have disarmed it in their sleep and just left it there. They didn't need to detonate it in the fucking Adriatic Sea or whatever they did.
Turns out we opened up the bomb and it was just a bottle of diet soda with some Mentos on a string.
Sure. Yeah. I would have gone New Coke or Crystal Pepsi, but yes. Okay.
Oh no, when I used to fuck with that, I've always found the cheaper Coke was best. So I would always get like the name, like the store brand Coke.
Cola. You'd get cola.
Yeah.
which is fine. Cola's good. Cola can be good for 35 cents.
I mean,
Or 10 cents, whatever it was.
Anyway, I was going to talk. Yeah, but back when I used to work in England, I used to clean up after the shift, and people would sneak in their own drinks, the bastards, because they didn't want to buy from our bar, and you'd find them like, underneath the tables. And some cheap cunt was so cheap that it was the most funniest thing ever. I just found this. It was like a white can with like a blue stripe on it, and pretty much the only thing it had on it was just in generic, like we're talking like Arial font. You know, like standard Microsoft Word font. It just said energy drink.
Beer.
Like, wow.
Oh, energy drink? Hilarious.
Yeah, but you couldn't even think up your own name, like whatever. Doesn't matter. But then the final quote.
I didn't know energy drinks were generic now. That's crazy.
I would have called it like Green Horse. You know, it's a Red Bull Green Horse.
No, I mean,
Maroon.
It's part of
Maroon
the whole
Moose.
It's part of the whole format, dude. You know, you got beer, you got toilet paper, beans, bacon, eggs, whatever. Like there's no proper name. It's literally just the base root word for it. So energy drink. Wow. I gotta wonder what other modern products they got out there that are just like game console. That's probably way too expensive even for generic, but still, like. You laugh, so you got the reference. Yeah, but wow. Okay, energy drink. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mike, but you blew my mind.
You want to play Harry the Hedgehog? Get games console.
You want to play Hedgehog? We're playing Fasty the Hedgehog. Go Hedgehog, go.
And Marty the Plumber. Ooh,
Marty the Plumber. Marty the Plumber first monkey. Marty the Plumber and his brother, his slightly taller, more handsomer brother.
Yeah, I can't think of anymore. But yeah, the final quotes of the story kind of make it all sad a little bit. Mr. Edwards was pleased to hear that the bomb had split into two pieces and hoped it would end up in a museum, but said he was still sad to lose it from the garden, saying, quote, "It's like an old friend leaving me."
Yeah.
Aww.
No, that dude would have company over. He has his whole tour of the house centered around the bomb in his backyard. And he gets off on the reactions from the people because they're like, there's a bomb in your backyard. He's like, I know, isn't that amazing? And they're like, because they don't understand. They just hear bomb. They don't know the history of it. They're just like, why is there a bomb in your backyard, mister? So, but yeah,
it's my friend
showing people the bomb. Okay. It's definitely his favorite conversation piece. I don't know about his friend, but his favorite conversation piece.
Wonder if he like drew like a mouth on it and like had the googly eyes on it. This is Barry the Bomb. Come say hello to Barry. Bye, Barry. I miss you.
He probably didn't, but I would have loved if he did. But yeah, just two big old googly eyes and then like the fake mustache. Just
yeah. And then the night after it got taken away, he was sitting in his living room on the couch next to his wife. No, he's not couch. He's not sitting on the couch with his wife. At that age, he's got his own chair. Every old man's got his own chair. And then she's like,
just rocking back and forth.
Oh, this is nice, Jeffrey. Now that the bomb's gone, you did have a weird relationship with that bomb. Now we can talk. And he's like, fuck yeah, I miss that bomb.
Every day, secretly wishing that the bomb would just take me away from this mortal coil.
Calling the bomb squad up. Can you just not blow me up as well?
Again, the odds of the bomb if it didn't blow up yesterday, it's not blowing up tomorrow. But he always had that secret suspicion. It's like, get me away from the wife. Take me now, bomb. Bobby the bomb. Like, oh, this would be amazing. I want to go out in glorious hellfire from a bomb from the Prussian War or whatever 19th century war that came from.
No, he definitely gets the old chair out and sits in the garden looking at where the bomb used to be, listening to some Creed.
She's harassing him to like plant a tree or a bush or something now.
That's not Creed. think that was Daltrey. Do you remember Daltrey? What was the name of that? Leave the
Roger
memories
Daltrey?
alone. No, Chris Daltrey, the guy who I think he won like America's Got Talent or something way back in the day.
By name.
He had like maybe like one or two good songs.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure I've heard them both. I don't know him by name though.
I'm sure I heard a rumor he was a bit of a dick in real life or whatever.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
Anyway, let's move on to people actually out there living their life and achieving things with it. And once they've achieved their thing, they get a nice little piece of paper on it. It says they did it, which is very nice. It's now time for this week's Dumb World Record of the Week.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
This week's Dumb Record comes to us from Idaho.
Potato Land.
Yeah, the state's like potatoes.
It's a very Midwest episode.
It's
interesting.
It is. Yeah, it was just like Iowa man jacking it in a convenience store. Guy at Disneyland getting naked, and now an Idaho man trying to.
Disneyland's in Southern California, but it's still.
What's the one in Florida? Is that Disney World? Then is that how they
That's
differentiate
Disney
the
World.
two?
Yes.
Look at that. Look at
Universal
Just the
has
facts,
a
man.
similar problem, but they just call it Universal Florida, Universal Hollywood, Universal Florida. They just keep it as simple as that. But Disney's Disneyland, Disney World, go to France, Euro Disney, go to Japan, Tokyo Disney. I believe there's one in Germany. Don't quote me on that.
They were originally going to build a Disneyland was it Disneyland, Disney World, whatever. It doesn't.
Disneyland.
But they were going to build it in Kent, in England.
Okay.
And I guess they didn't get planning permission
but I don't know
for
anything
it,
about
or the local people bitched about it, so they didn't end up getting the land.
Smart.
But I mean, I would have probably hated it as I grew up, but it would have literally been like getting a car, and I would have been like 15 minutes away from Disneyland.
You would have
I lived on, so you got the River Thames. So above the River Thames, you got Essex, and below the River Thames, you got Kent. And where I lived like in a little town on the River Thames.
Oh wow!
It was great.
Okay.
In a good summer. I mean, the River Thames, like the River Thames it was not the most beautiful sight in the world, but it's pretty cool. A nice summer's day, going to the pub called the Wharf. That was always at the Wharf, and grabbing a beer and then sitting on the wall and just having your pint, sitting by the River Thames. It's quite nice. Anyway, that has nothing.
There's
to do with this
called
week's
There's a movie called The Florida Project about people who live outside of the border of Disney World in Florida, and their life is crazy because you've seen it. Okay,
I think so.
Yeah, they're surrounded by just constantly just annoyed and just by tourists coming over to Disney. And anyways, anyway, if Disney had moved anything into Kent, you'd have hated it. It would have caused a lot of traffic, obnoxious tourists for days, months, years, even. And good for the people of Kent saying fuck that noise.
Yeah, hate tourists. That's why I moved a stone's throw away from Manhattan. No tourists there whatsoever. Anyway, I'm an idiot. This week's Dumb World comes to us Idaho. Where this is dumb for several reasons, and when I say several reasons, I mean two. Right, so it's a dumb world record to begin with, but it's almost like it's a lazy world record, and that's what I hate. You know, we've discussed this several times. You know, when someone like for example, they'll be like, "Oh, I broke the world record for most juggles of an egg in 30 seconds," and then they go, "Oh, I've also broke the world record for most juggles of an egg in 35 seconds." It's like, oh, it's the same thing. You're just edging it out now. That's It's cheating.
We've dealt with a lot of those. Yeah.
Yeah. So this fella, right? And it actually, I cut out his name. So you're lucky. I'm not going to name and shame you unless I can find it.
You got off easy then, mister.
Where
if Mike's not naming you, this is going to be good or bad. Probably bad, but bad in a good way.
Did I delete it? Oh, no, never mind. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever. You're an idiot anyway. You live in Idaho. So he broke the Guinness World Record for pushing a stroller with 5 children inside, which is also called a quintuple pram. For those that want to know that.
Okay.
Quintuple pram.
So every baby has its own seat.
Yeah, it's like a 5-seater, baby.
Okay. That sounds exhausting already. Like,
right?
I don't even know how you would engineer that.
So he recently broke the world record. Apologize. What did you say?
Yes. No. Go.
So he broke the world record for pushing a quintuple pram with 5 children inside a distance of 1 kilometer in 5 minutes and 34 seconds. Right? Which is
it's pretty my kilometers.
It's like, what was it? That's about like 0.7 of a mile ish. I think. Always asking Alexa.
3,280 feet. So it's like 3/4 of a mile.
Oh, yes, that's about right then. Yeah, about 0.7 a mile. Go me. So yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not a bad time, I guess. 5 minutes, 34 seconds, yes. Pushing 5 children inside a stroller, right? So I was like, well, whatever. That's not a big thing. You know, it's a bit of a weird record, but you know, is it much to bring to the show? Who knows? Let me continue on reading. And then
please continue.
I found out this fella has other world records under his belt. So before breaking the world record for pushing 5 kids in a quintuple pram, 1 kilometer, he earned the Guinness World Record for the fastest time of pushing 5 children in a quintuple pram over 10 kilometers. He also, before that, broke the fastest time to run a half marathon whilst pushing 5 children in a quintuple pram. And before that, he broke the world record for the fastest marathon whilst pushing 5 children in a quintuple pram. Right? 1,
fucking hell.
Get a new skill, buddy. Like, you're really dragging this shit out.
Yeah.
2, I'm pretty sure his kids are pretty bored of this shit now. 3, he's getting lazy. He started off with a marathon. He was like, fuck that, I'm not doing that again. Let me do a half marathon, right? I think once you've hit the marathon, you can't then say, well, hey, I'm now going to do it the fastest time for 1/30th of a marathon or whatever. Like, it's just cheating.
Yeah, right.
World record should not have allowed this. They should
just definitely not being creative. No, it is. Yeah, he's going to the well too many times. You're definitely correct about that.
Do something. Switch it up a bit.
Switch it up a bit. Do we know if these are always his children?
They are. That'd be weird.
It would definitely be weird if they weren't. But you know, the record might be like, I need 5 18-month-olds.
They're going to the park.
My kids have all aged out of this.
Hey, little boy. Hey, little boy, want to break a world record with me? I got some candy.
You go on Craigslist and you talk to parents. You talk to Craigslist like, hey, I want to do weird things with your children.
Yeah,
holler back.
Fine. But you're like, at least that's switch it up. Like if you just run the marathon, pushing 5 kids in a quintuple pram, and he's like, well, I'm not going to do that again. My back, my knees, let's just do 10 kilometers. What could I do? How about I'm going to do the fastest time running 10 kilometers, pushing 5 kids in a quintuple pram with a sock on my head. Like, just think, at least try. Change it up a bit. Or hopping on one leg.
He's an active racer. He's actively a part of other marathons.
So. I imagine.
Is that why we're going by kilometers? Because it's Idaho. Idaho is like the one place is like, we ain't doing the metric system over here, motherfucker.
We measure
You
everything.
better
in
come to me in
taters.
feet on yard. And taters, yes. He went 3,329 potatoes.
Welcome to Idaho Olympics 2028. And we are here to witness the 40,000 potato dash. Who's going to break this
Idaho after this? I know our patron saint and namesake David Rush is brought up on this show a lot, but is he the world record holder for world records?
I imagine. I don't know for a fact of that, but I know he's done.
I think we
done
need to
over
Google
250.
If we could have we could have a Christmas episode in a few weeks, because it'll be Christmas in a few weeks, and find out if who is the world record holder for world records.
Jesus.
I think that would be very fascinating. Ooh.
Hey man, I'm Jesus from Nazareth, and I'm about to turn the most bottles of water into wine. Welcome to Jackass. I don't know why I did that.
That's exactly how Jesus sounds.
That would be so good. Hey, I'm Jesus. Welcome to Jackass. I'm about to be nailed onto this cross. Don't try this at home. I don't know why Jesus, who is from the Middle East, suddenly talks like this. Boom.
My name is Jesus Christ, and I only love two things: Kung Fu and drinking beer. And I'm all out of Kung Fu. Fuck. I just slapped my own knee for that.
Crushing beer cans on his forehead.
Fuck yes.
And that's God being like, I sent you down to be the savior of man. Whatever, stop trying to tell me what to do, Dad. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
My Jesus has an OnlyFans account.
I'm just trying to turn my friends' water into wine. That makes me, they think I'm cool, man. Except for that Judas guy. He keeps looking at me weird. What's up with that guy?
Yeah, he's shady.
We cool, Judas? We cool? It's my birthday coming up soon. Don't be a dick.
Good times.
Do you reckon Jesus had like a what was it, My Sweet 16 or something?
Ooh.
Dad, I just want Lil Wayne to be at my party. He hasn't been born yet. Oh, but I
want little Methuselah to open the show.
God.
And then I need Hezariah G to fucking blow shit up. Hezariah G.
What about the talking snake you were on about? He seemed cool.
92.
Fun.
Snake and talk is talking to snake is always good. Snake and talk.
Anyway, there you go. Congratulations. Yes, so in 2 weeks we'll be celebrating the birth of our Lord Savior Jesus Christ in the Christmas episode.
Hippity bippity.
Waffle Box. Where sneak preview. Guess what I found, Kush?
What'd you find, buddy?
I may have found Santa Claus's phone number.
Get the fuck out.
So I'm gonna give old Saint Nick a ring. I'm gonna see if we can get him on the show. An interview with Santa Claus on the Christmas special Waffle Box coming up in 2 weeks. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
I gotta ask: is this a landline or a cell phone? I don't know why that matters, but it does to Kush.
Cell phone. It's gonna be a cell phone.
It's just okay. Oh, cool. I wonder who his provider is. All the way up there. Like again, I wander into a door frame, and my service goes out. Like Santa's getting service up at the North Pole. I gotta know who his provider is and get them.
Oh yeah, sometimes
T-Mobile ain't cutting it.
Well, if I walk from my backyard and I walk like 10 meters to the side of the house, I don't know whether the side of this house is made of lead or something, but all of a sudden, all the bars just go. It doesn't make any sense to me. Fuck you, AT&T.
I told Mama Hayes not to get a subscription to Sirius XM, so she did anyways. and then she couldn't figure out why it wasn't working, and I had to figure out how to recalibrate it. And we have it's not a singular garage, Mike Fish, like you normally see in the suburbs. It's a whole lot. Fits about less than 40 cars fit in this carport, if you will. Okay.
Oh, so I'm assuming this is a communal place. This isn't just like you just
yeah.
I thought you just now admitted to me that
Less
you've
than-
got like you live in a mansion and like, oh yeah, this is my 40-car garage.
I so wish that would be the issue. No, I share a garage with 39 other people, and it's nothing complicated. It's a lot of outdoors and then wood. Maybe there's some aluminum siding for the frame, but it's just a lot of wood and screws. And
that
when I
sounds
called
like
up
my kind of
Sirius
party.
XM, called up Sirius XM and was like, so hit the satellite and send us that signal, sucker. And they're like, are you like covered by like trees or something right now? Because we can't send you the signals. Like, what are you talking about?
Are you in a bomb shelter
Like,
right now?
Are you in a bomb shelter? Like, no, I'm in the carport. We're outdoors. Like, yeah, you're being covered by something. We can't send you the signals. Like, really? Like a 2x4 is blocking your signal from space? Fucking hell.
Did you cancel? I'm assuming.
Begged her to cancel. Begged her not to get the goddamn thing. I have no idea if we're still a subscriber to it or not. I have no idea if it's been recalibrated. It's not my money. It's whatever. And I was just like, the people who buy this are really into like Howard Stern, and then there's genre of music, and most people listen to Howard Stern, and then your genre of music keeps getting bumped up the channel. Well, it went from 20 to 100 to 140 to whatever.
Hey, you say it's her,
demographic is dying off.
you say it's her money, not yours. But hey, just think of it. It's not your money yet. Keep the dream alive.
Oh no! If she keeps spending it on Sirius XM, I'm not gonna have any money.
Do you ever do that? I'm a horrible person. I keep making that joke to my parents. Like whenever because I obviously only visit my parents like once a year, so whenever the first thing I always say, well, after me going, hey mom, hey dad, how you been? The first thing the joke I always do is I inspect the house and I'm like, is this new? Did I sign off on this? Why are you spending my inheritance? What the fuck? Did you need this? I'm a dick.
No, I don't do any of that. I bet they understand the joke. I bet they get the joke. So, but no, I don't do that.
They still send me Christmas cards, so I guess that's a good sign.
There you go. Okay. Hey.
Not a son after all. Right. Let's wrap up this first half. What a half it's been. If you ask me, it's been the best half of a podcast I've ever done, and you probably ever listened to. Prove me wrong. Bow.
Yeah, we've had a good time.
We've had a great time. Laven's back. Oh, it's so good. Everything just feels great again. But yeah, we're gonna see you on the other side of the commercial break real quick. We've got the middle of the show quiz. Whose birthday is it? Oh my gosh. Celebrity Battle Royal, Kush reviews, Godzilla Minus One, and much, much more. So stick around. We'll be right back after this short break.
Here at Walmart, I'm bringing it to you like this. Everything you're looking for is here in the home entertainment department.
They got tons of new releases.
We got the hip-hop, we got the rock.
Prices here are really low.
You can get this, that, whatever.
Looks like a CD, smells like a CD, but guess what? It's a DVD. The latest, the newest, the coolest.
Every kind of movie for every kind of person.
Gamers, I hear you out there.
They have great video games here.
Computer games, we got that too. And everyday low prices, what? Walmart's got it going on.
It's now time for the middle of the show quiz.
Hey, welcome back to Waffle Box episode 127. Still to come. Godzilla Minus One gets talked about in this week's movie review, plus much, much more. But it is the middle of the show, so if you ask me, it's the perfect time to play the middle of the show And whose birthday it is this week? We are talking Mr. Judd Apatow. Judd Apatow.
Okay, funny guy.
Celebrates his
Funny director, at least.
56th birthday on this very day. The 6th of December. So we've got 5 quick questions about Judd Apatow's life and career. Kush obviously has to try to get 5 out of 5 for the clean sweep, if not 3 out of 5 for the majority win. I've
been following for about the last 25 years, but him being 56, like, yeah, that's kind of surprising to me right now.
Last I checked, he looks pretty good for his age. Or maybe that's because I'm getting
Okay.
old now. I kind of appreciate it. I don't know.
No, I get that too, buddy.
Maybe if I was 14, I'd be like, oh my God, look at that old fuck.
Hmm.
But no,
56 though is not old these days.
It's not. It's the new
Feels
20.
like it, but it is not. Debatable. But anyways, I get it. I get you. Mr. Judd Apatow. What do we got?
Are you ready? Are you ready to be quizzed on Mr. Judd Apatow?
Please.
Lathan, hit the music. Question number 1.
Number 1.
Judd Apatow's first writing credit in a movie came in 1995 with the movie Heavyweights. Which boxer held the WBA heavyweight champion at the time of its release?
Oh, fucking hell. Did you just tell me what year Heavyweights came out?
1995.
1995. It won't be Mike Tyson because he'll be in prison. I'm going to say
times.
Lennox Lewis.
Oh, it's a good shout. It's a good shout.
It's Evander Holyfield. Fucking hell.
No.
Ah!
Right? I was like, when I was researching, I went down a Wikipedia rabbit hole. And because obviously, you know, the thing with boxing, it's like there's like the WBA, the OBN, the OB. There's so many different fucking.
So many promotions.
I was like, well, the WBA, I guess, is the most recognizable, the World Boxing Association. So I'll went with that. And the heavyweight champion of the world, according to the WBA in 1995, was George Foreman.
Oh yeah, that was an exciting time. We did a movie review about it. So stupid.
Should have got that. Right, wrong.
Should have got that. My bad.
Question number 2.
Still love your
Number
girl.
2.
Number 2.
In 2005, Judd Apatow directed his first feature film, The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Great goddamn movie.
Although not an actual virgin at the time, who felt like one in 1984? That's an easy one.
Oh, Madonna.
Hey, like a
Hey.
finger fuck for the baby.
And then she meets this John Holmes motherfucker. And it's like she's losing her virginity again for the very first time. That's Reservoir Dogs, Quentin Tarantino.
Fun times.
Number 3.
Question number 3. Judd Apatow produced Pineapple Express in 2008.
True. Nice.
Speaking of an express pineapple, how quickly did Alex Slade pop 25 balloons with a pineapple in 2017?
I don't know who Alex Slade is.
No, he's just some guy who broke the world record for fastest
some
time
guy.
to pop 25 balloons with a pineapple.
So what's the question again?
But all right, how quickly did this fella, Alex Slade, pop 25 balloons with a pineapple in 2017?
62 seconds.
30 seconds. Pretty impressive.
30
actually.
seconds. Yeah, all right. Again, pineapples are spiky, so sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
I bet that was a fun record to do as well. Just taking out your aggression on these balloons with pineapple. Although,
That's all you're doing.
like, I imagine he's hurt. Like, what? Because every now and again,
got
the
that
pineapple's
tennis
gonna
elbow.
wriggle, and you're gonna catch yourself on that shit. Anyway,
I say he's got more tennis elbow than anything, or bad wrist, carpal tunnel.
Oh, my pineapple elbow is playing up. Oh. Question number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4.
In 2015, Judd Apatow directed the movie Trainwreck, which shockingly wasn't a documentary about Ezra Miller's career. Esmerilla did actually star in the movie, though, alongside which multi-time WWE champion?
Oh, thank you. The John Cena.
Yeah, made it a bit easy.
Trainwreck, good movie. No one ever acknowledges it now. Amy Schumer had a thing where like a writer that she hired plagiarized someone else, and that fell under her, and then no one talks about that movie. But yeah, John Cena was hilarious in that thing.
He's a hilarious guy. All right, so there's
him and LeBron.
You're 2-2. Decider. So focus. Take this shit seriously. Question number 5.
Number 5.
Which life-changing event occurred during the filming of 1996 The Cable Guy, in which Judd Apatow was credited as one of the producers?
What's the question?
Which life-changing event occurred during the filming of 1996 The Cable Guy, in which Judd Apatow was credited as one of the producers?
That question is so vague.
All right, so they were filming The Cable Guy, right? And then something happened, and it changed his life. What was it?
He became a father.
Ooh, this is like before that. But fun fact, on the set of The Cable Guy, that's where, because that Cable Guy, that old movie starring Jim Carrey, that also starred a young lady named Leslie Mann, who he would later go on to marry. So he met his wife on the set of The Cable Guy.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Okay.
You lose.
I thought everyone knew that.
I was on a pretty good streak.
You was. You did.
I was on a pretty good streak. So, whatever. Next time. We'll get it next time.
Who we got next time? Let's have a look. Whose birthday is it next week?
Are you gonna give me some things to look up? Oh boy.
No, I'm not gonna give you that. But it's a good one. It's good. It's Thursday. It's a musical guy. Ooh, I'll give you that. It's a musical guy.
Is it Hugh Jackman?
I mean, he's technically musical. He's got a hell of a voice.
Great dancer too. I've seen Hugh Jackman live in concert.
I seriously can't fucking wait for Deadpool 3. Oh, even though it's not gonna be called Deadpool 3, but you know what I mean. I can't wait for that movie. Oh my god.
I think they're gonna just call it Deadpool 3 and then
because the problem is with the old Deadpools, because they're Deadpool 1, they're Deadpool 2, but now this is officially the first Deadpool within the MCU. So I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna call it something else. I think they're gonna call it something. Maybe not obviously this, but maybe something like Deadpool versus Wolverine or something like that. It's gonna be.
I'll bet you $10, 10 American dollars, that they call it just Deadpool 3 : something or other, and something or other is whatever. But I'm telling you, they're calling it Deadpool 3.
Shake on it.
$10.
10 American dollars.
We'll figure out a way to wire it to each other, whatever. But $10.
I'm writing this shit down. Time stamping this.
Please, you will need to do that because I've had quite a lot.
$10.
And I'm like, what do you mean I know you $10?
Yeah, poor pet.
Fuck you.
He's been drinking. I'm just gonna get some AI into this. I bet you $1,000.
No.
And then if it's called Deadpool 3, I'll just go back and delete this part of the podcast.
No consent. No consent.
No means no. All right, it's now time to pit some celebrities against each other, just like Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds in Get It On. The fisticuffs in Deadpool, not 3. It's now time for this week's Celebrity Battle Royale.
Oh yeah.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. Celebrity Battle Royale. And as always, like I say, we put 4 celebrities up against each other in the Battle Royale. And then Kush has to decide in which order they are eliminated by whom and who is the eventual Celebrity Battle Royal champion of episode 127. This week's theme, as we are entering, like I said, we're getting the Christmas spirit. It's December. And did you know on this day, not Wednesday, the 6th of December, 1996, guess what movie came out on December 6th, 1996?
Jumanji?
This movie wishes it was as good as Jumanji. This is
That was my knee-jerk reaction. What was it?
It was Santa with Muscles, starring racist turned professional wrestler Hulk Hogan.
1996?
Yeah, 1996.
Are you sure that didn't come out in 2006? Because I remember seeing like Hogan Knows Best episodes where they're like, yeah, just did the Santa with Muscles movie. Like 1996.
Really gonna do this. Santa with Muscles.
I think you need to. Because look, man, I didn't see the movie. Either way, I didn't see the movie, but I feel like Santa with Muscles came out in the 21st century, post 9/11.
All right. Well, to be fair, technically we're both wrong.
Okay, what happened?
Well, I was right. It was officially released in 1996, but according to Wikipedia, it's released in November 8th. But another website I looked at, it says December 6th, whatever, who gives a shit. Doesn't matter. But yeah, 1996. This was when he was in WCW.
1996? Santa with Muscles? Okay. I'm sorry.
Santa with Muscles, 1996.
Just the facts, ma'am.
So what I've done here
I might dispute that still.
Do it. Do it all you want. Hey, do you want to bet me $10 American that Santa with Muscles released in 1996?
It doesn't. That's not computing to me, man. Honestly,
Mm.
like again, I didn't see the fucking thing. Santa with Muscles, 1996. All right, okay. I didn't bet you, but there you go.
You want $10?
Hey, you want $10? $10 on another thing that I've completely forgotten about. Mila Kunis is in this. Interesting. 1990. I wasn't even following wrestling in 1996, so this is completely surprising to me. There's a Hulk Hogan movie that came out post 9/11 where he plays fucking Santa with Muscles.
Oh, for God's sake! Now we're right. Hulk, you're really making me.
I'll check this out. I'll check this out. But
no, we're in this now. We're in the rabbit. No, I need your focus. So we're going to work this out together. So according to Wikipedia, his filmography, he did Santa with Muscles in 1996. Then he did Three Ninjas, High Noon at Mega Mountain. That sounds like amazing. I've never seen that. Then he played Ben Cutter in The Ultimate Weapon, and he looks, what the fuck? This poster of him looks, Jesus Christ. And then also in 1999, he played himself in Muppets from Space, and he played Zeus in Little Hercules in 2009, and he played.
I must be thinking about Little Hercules.
Terra Ferminator.
That's so stupid.
A voice role in Romeo and Juliet in 2011.
Okay. I must be thinking about Little Hercules then, but that's still so fucking stupid. So, okay. Little Hercules in 3D, 2009. That's what I must be thinking about.
Oh, Big Show was in that as well. I think.
Surprised, but not surprised. I saw he's in a Saints Row video game there as well. Shout out to Kevin Gill. He doesn't watch the show, but
well, he should.
So
I know Kevin Gill. I don't know Kevin Gill. I know of Kevin Gill.
I know Kevin Gill. You know what I'm saying?
Well, shoot me a text
maybe you
message.
shouldn't.
Shoot me a text message right now. Say, hey, I'm going to mention you on this podcast. Comes out.
That would stroke his. That would get the hairs on his back like all tingly, like woo. But no, I'm not gonna do that.
Well, that is.
Let's get to the game, man.
Let's get into the game. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
$10.
So
I already owe you $10. Let's get to this.
So what I've done is pick 4 actors that have played Santa Claus in their time.
Okay.
And we are going to pit them against each other in the Santa Claus Battle Royale.
Sure.
So we have in one corner Tim Allen from the Santa Claus.
I knew that was coming up. Thank you.
Billy Bob Thornton in Bad Santa. The god that is Kurt Russell from the Christmas Chronicles. And see that those were the first 3 I wrote down. Boom. I know those. Bang, bang, bang. And then I need to do some research for the 4th one. And in a movie that I have not seen, but now I definitely want to see it, because starring as Santa Claus in Elmo's Christmas Countdown, Mr. Kevin James. And you know Kevin James from the King of Queens, most notably more famous now for that fucking meme.
I sent you a notice about something about that meme, and then I didn't remember anything about it, and we didn't do anything about it. But yes, I'm very familiar with the Kevin James.
That meme.
I was like, we need to do something about that meme.
It showed the power of the internet in 2023 because it went from literally like, this is a really funny meme to, oh my God, I'm sick of this fucking meme. It was like 4 hours. It got killed.
You know, I gotta tell you, I enjoyed each and every meme, and I'm only sorry it's gone now because every single one was just like,
no, I'm glad it's gone, because then that's where I can think of a really
there's so
good
many
one.
dumber memes out there.
And then once it's gone, after maybe like a month or 2, I can bring it back and they'll be like, oh, I remember that. Boom.
Well, you're going to be super happy to hear this, dude. Tim Allen takes out Kevin James with a chainsaw. I don't know how he got that in the ring.
It's no disqualifications in the Battle Royal. Everyone knows that.
No disqualifications. It's a hardcore match. But Tim Allen takes out Kevin James. And then guess what? Billy Bob Thornton punches Tim Allen right in his nose and pushes that nose right into the brain. It's super violent and very awkward, and kind of the crowd's kind of like, I'm not really in the Christmas spirit anymore because of this. But that shit fucking happened. Meanwhile, Kurt Russell comes in, and these two are locked. They square off. They do a little push back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But ultimately, our man Kurt Russell saves the day where he suplexes Billy Bob Thornton right onto the back of his neck and crushes him. Our winner is the man, the god, Kurt Russell.
Let's go. And probably since it's a no disqualifications match, his fair lady, I don't think are they married? Yeah.
Goldie Hawn. I don't know if they're married.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the mother of his children is Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, maybe like she takes a throwback to Overboard and she like slides in his like tool belt and he's like, boom. Hits him over the head with a hammer or something.
She is still not an ugly lady at this age. I don't know what her exact age is. She is still a good looking lady. But I don't even see her throwing in a tool belt this time. She's there at ringside. She's there with Wyatt Russell, and they're both like, "Go dead."
Kurt Russell's a good looking man as well. Like he is like life goals, not necessarily, but he is one of those where Like you know where some people get compliments of like, oh my god, he hasn't aged a bit. He hasn't aged a bit. Like Paul Rudd, for example, who doesn't age.
Paul Rudd is a good example.
Whereas Kurt Russell, he ages. He looks a lot older than he was in. Like he looks like he's aged, but he still looks good. Like, you know what I mean? He still looks
distinguishing, dashing man.
Oh, and that
much
beard
like
that he had
Michael
in the
Douglas.
Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Oh, I was so jealous.
Same with Michael Douglas. Good looking dude. Clint Eastwood would also fall under this category. However, he is now 98.
Oh no, he looks
and
terrible
so
now.
he looks like he looks like an old man now.
He looks like the Crypt Keeper.
But he was rocking it up until like his late 80s. And I was just like, wow. I wish I looked half as good as he does right now.
He got the Ric Flair treatment because for a while, Ric Flair, for somehow, with all the alcohol and drugs and God knows what else and diseases he had, Ric Flair for a long time looked pretty good for his age considering. And then all of a sudden he fell off a cliff. And now you look at him and you're like, oh my God.
It will literally happen to you overnight. Dick Clark, who is no longer with us, looked great all the way up until like 97. And then literally 98, he changed overnight. And you're like, oh my God, that's a skeleton. What are you doing?
Is that the guy that
man should not be on TV? Like,
did he used to, is that the guy that used to celebrate Rockin' Eve? Is that, or I think it's someone else. That is him.
He's the man that Ryan Seacrest replaced.
Oh, fucking. Who didn't Ryan Seacrest replace? Jesus.
Ryan Seacrest is a hustler. He is every bit a gangster as Taylor Swift. We don't give Ryan Seacrest enough.
I'm just waiting for like Ryan Seacrest, the bounty hunter. Dun, dun, dun. So what happened to Dog? Ryan Seacrest is here now. Oh, okay. That's good. Although I would like to see Ryan Seacrest. He likes Ryan Seacrest as a bounty hunter. That'd be sick.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun for an episode, and then he'd get just mauled. I'm like,
no, it wouldn't. No, think about it. Think about it. Right? There's the bounty guy. There's the bounty guy, and he's like, oh my god, what? Is that fucking Ryan Seacrest? And he'd be shocked, and then boom, they put the cuffs on him, and then all of a sudden they're sitting in the back seat smoking a cigarette, and then Ryan Seacrest is telling him to go with God. Like Dog the Bounty Hunter. Go with God, man. Want a cigarette? Go with God. Why don't you go with God? In the meantime, go in this prison cell. Where's my money, bitch? Ryan Seacrest, the Bounty Hunter. Make it happen. Coming this fall to CBS. Anyway,
maybe Ryan Seacrest Jr. will take care of that.
Let's talk about a movie. Talk about movies, right? Real quick before we hit the music from Kush's movie review. Spoiler, that's coming up next. I was chatting to long-time listener, long-time fan, Mr. Alex O, who he suggested a story for us to discuss on the Christmas episode. So shout out to him in 2 weeks. We're talking about his Christmas story that he suggested. And in the meantime, I was like, hey, let me give him the heads up. So I put it just away. By the way, there is a new swag on the store, wafflemerch.com. Just facts, man. Got his new merch. It's pretty sweet, actually. I'm very proud of it. But I sent him like a preview
showed
of it.
me. Yeah, man.
Good, right?
That thing is
good.
Beautiful.
And so I sent him a preview of it, and he was like, "I thought it was just the facts, man."
Just the facts, ma'am.
No, it's just the facts, ma'am. So I sent him the clip from the movie that it's from
the actual movie,
and he was like, I guess he's younger than us, which I'm not going to hate on him. I'm jealous of him. But he was like, wait, is that Tom Hanks? And I was like, yes, it's a very young Tom Hanks and a very young Dan Aykroyd from 1987. And he's like, what the fuck is it? And I was like, it's a movie called Dragnet. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. You definitely need to see it. So hopefully he's checked it out, because that is a fucking amazing. Also starring, if I remember correct. Oh, no, it's not. No, I thought it was
Dabney Coleman.
Who's else? For some reason, I thought who is the fucking it keeps coming in and out. Who is Who's the guy?
Who's the character?
The
character?
The guy who
Because
is like the cult leader.
I know Dragnet the movie.
The cult leader guy.
Yeah, Dabney Coleman. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me stuck too.
It's like
because Dabney Coleman's the priest.
Oh, he's great. He's great. I love that guy.
Hold on. I'm going to the IMDb, which we just did for Santa for Muscles.
No, wait,
Dragnet, 1987.
No, the priest. Yeah, you are. Wait.
So
no, he's the priest.
Plummer
I'm talking about.
Is the cult leader. Dabney Coleman was the priest.
Wait, I thought the priest was the. Wait a minute, what's going on?
Oh, all right, time out. So Dabney Coleman is Jerry Caesar, and he was the Hugh Hefner character.
Yes. Right. He had that lisp. Yes. He talked like this. But hey, guys, why don't you come around my house?
You got bought the biggest fifth bell.
Oh, look! Have you seen these breasts?
Christopher Plummer is the bad guy. Or the other bad guy.
I thought he was. Yeah, he was the priest, right? But led the cult, and then he ended up trying to get away in the plane, and then all of a sudden Dan Aykroyd comes up to him next to the plane. He's like,
yes. Have you seen any episodes of the original Dragnet? Original Dragnet?
I haven't.
They're not bad. They are original crime stories.
Maybe I should check them out.
We have evolved from now. Yeah. Again, the names and faces have been changed to protect the innocent. So
the best. Also, what makes me love Dragnet is that it was one of the last of its kind. Not the last of its kind. There was still a few good ones afterwards, but it was the last where studios would go out and pay someone $5 to make a song specifically about the movie. And it's like, and it had like voice clips of Dan Aykroyd.
Just the facts, man. Just the facts, man.
That end credit is amazing.
So, one, I love that shit. But two, again, I just told you at the beginning of the show, I've been watching old episodes of Siskel and Ebert. It came up, and they're like, I don't know why they just allowed that disco song to come in. It's a rap song, but they're like, they're just trying to appeal to a younger audience with that disco song and get radio hits and blah blah. And I was like,
and Tom Hanks raps in it.
They didn't get any. That's got no radio. That thing got no spins.
Tom Hanks raps in that song, right? If I remember correctly.
I don't remember that at all, but
that would be fun if you did. Oh, Oh, I need to watch that movie. Let me see.
I might have to do a little deeper.
Dragnet
deeper
movie
digging.
Stream. Is it on streaming right now?
No. I bet you can find it on Prime for $2.
Oh my god! I think. Wait a minute.
So, do you know that in the early 21st century, I did know this. I'm not looking at this by any means, but ABC tried to do a reboot series of it. It did not last long. But do you know who played the Dan Aykroyd, which wasn't the original role, but I'm just for your context. Do you know who played Joe Friday in the new Dragnet, 21st Century Dragnet? I'm still trying to look up the music video here.
Wait, okay, wait. So is this a reboot, like a new movie?
Post 9/11.
Right? Is it a TV show?
Post 9/11, they came. It was a TV show. It was a TV series.
Who's airing it? Who's airing it?
ABC.
Okay, ABC.
I'm still trying to look up this music
post
video.
9/11. So are we talking like straight like? So we're talking about like 2012 to 2015 era.
We're talking literally like even 2001. You still?
Oh, sorry.
Like,
I'm sorry.
And it may have been 2000. I'm sorry. It's literally around 9/11. I'm working at the Hotel Pickwick. When this happens because I bring this up in a conversation once upon a time. Damn, I have to go to Google for this. This is crazy.
Paul Rudd. Although
that would have been very disappointing.
He would, yeah, he'd have to be the Tom Hanks character if you're going to put Paul Rudd in it.
There's no Tom Hanks character. So it's literally Joe Friday and his backup.
Wait, was the Tom Hanks character added just for the movie? I guess because his partner was dead, right?
So the movie was a parody. It was a comedy, but the TV series preceding it was a serious crime drama. And the TV series following it tried to be a serious crime drama.
Oh, it's a serious TV. But was I right though in thinking
Paul Rudd? No.
Not Paul Rudd. But in there was the original TV series. Did he have a partner in it that was supposed to be the partner that had died or quit? Sorry, at the beginning of the movie Dragnet. Did they try to at least follow it that way or something?
No. So they tried to make it a continuation. The comedy, the movie tried to be a continuation of the TV series.
That's what I'm
and Joe Friday's partner was Harry Morgan. Harry Morgan is the chief who plays the same character in Dragnet the movie. He's like, Friday, you bring Drake just
I'm gonna need your badge. And you're gone. I don't enjoy this, Joe.
Anyway, why are we still talking about what we're looking up there right now? Who's Friday in the reboot?
Al Bundy, because I couldn't Ed O'Neill.
Do you know what? That's not bad.
Dope, right? It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I might have to look that up. But until December 31st, Dragnet, the movie starring Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd, is available on Netflix in the United States. So guess what I'm going to be doing as soon as we get off this fucking Zoom call?
It's a dope. I think I own it on Apple TV. It was $5 at the time. If I own it, it was $5, and I was like, "Yeah."
Just the Pax Man. Just the Pax Man. Just the Pax Man.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Right, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at an in-depth story about the music video, but folks didn't come here to watch me look up stuff. So let's talk.
Let's talk about another movie that just recently came out. It's got some monsters in it, and everyone loves monsters fucking up some shit. It's now time for Kush's movie review.
Kush's movie review.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Kush's movie review. This week's on Kush's movie review. Thank you very much for watching this on YouTube. If you are listening, watching on the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and the comments, and blah, 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 blah. This week's movie is Godzilla Minus One, a heartbreaking tale of when Godzilla tried to start a boy band, but then they broke up. And they went from a 5-piece to a 4-piece, and it just wasn't the same ever since. And so he ended up just doing heroin and dying. The end.
Oh,
poor Godzilla. Imagine man of cocaine. Imagine man of heroin would have to kill Godzilla. Jesus Christ, it's a lot of heroin.
I mean, it's amazing that they didn't go to that at any point. They're in.
Yeah. Just get
Asia.
Get the heroin, Chuck. Get the big needle in the heroin.
It's probably
Chuck.
easier to get heroin to Asia. To that part of Japan than it is a nuclear warhead, which wouldn't do anything to Godzilla, quite frankly. We're talking Godzilla Minus One, which, per Mike Fish's joke, is the funniest Coachella band playing at the Stardust tent down south.
Hey man, we're
Godzilla
Minus One. You rock. Thank you very much. Good night, everyone.
Your music changed my life, bro. Thank you so much.
Godzilla Minus One is definitely that band where only they think they're better than everyone else. Like maybe 4 people bought their album and they're at the show and they go, "Hey, you sing along," and no one sings along. Yeah, thanks. You guys are awesome.
We don't believe in commercialism, but we hate that no one's supporting our group right now. It's terrible. What do you do? We're not going to be. There's not going to be a sophomore album if you don't support Godzilla Minus One.
All our T-shirts are made out of recycled plastic. They're actually made out of they're just plastic bags, but whatever.
Is there anyone actually doing that gimmick these days? I'd be
impressed. But if you get
the perfect battle,
because I mean you can't get plastic shopping bags in New Jersey anymore because they're banned.
Sure.
But I'm just thinking now, if you got a plain plastic bag and then cut the bottom off, you could make a vest out of that, like a not a vest. I don't know. You don't call them vests over here. What, like a tank top? Just get a Sharpie, draw a design on that, sell it as reusable, eco-friendly tank tops.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, why not?
And that was our review of Godzilla Minus One.
Come back next week. We're going to be talking about Miyazaki's new movie. I'm not talking about Miyazaki's new movie. However, tonight I'm talking about Godzilla.
Solar panels.
I am talking tonight about Godzilla Minus One. It is PG-13. It is 2 hours and 5 minutes. It is today is episode 127 and December 6th. That's what's up. It stars Ryosuke Kamaki, and then Minami Hamabai. This is the 33rd movie produced by Toho, featuring Godzilla. That's exclusively Japanese. We're not talking about the stuff that you've seen in the last decade from Warner Brothers that's been licensed out to us in the Americas. This has been written and directed by Takahashi Yamazaki, and holy shit, dude.
Never heard of that guy.
70 years of Godzilla. Every 10 years, Toho hits the reset button just because. And I have not seen every Godzilla movie produced by them or every Godzilla produced in general. However, this is the best Godzilla movie I have ever seen. I've seen it back to back twice in a row. In case folks are worried about spoilers, I know this is not available in every market, and folks that can't see it do want to see it. So I'm telling you, this is 5 out of 5. This is one of my favoriteest movies of the year. I have a friend who's trying to get me to see it again, and I'm just like, yeah, you just tell me when and where, bro. Well, I'll see it at the Metreon on such and so date. You just gotta give me a heads up. Anyway,
so before you continue on your review, I will say, I only saw the only thing I've ever seen of this movie. So obviously this is why I'm going to step aside real quick and let Kush do his thing. But I will say, I saw like a 10-second clip of this movie, and I don't know whether it was the reveal. I don't know the context of it, but it was like the whole, when Godzilla's doing the model shot where he turns around, oh, I'm Godzilla, here I am, bitches, right? He does this thing. And
he does do that a lot.
I am very and I know, oh my god, this looks terrible. What the fuck is this shit? Just watching that 10-second clip, even I was like, oh shit, this looks fucking good. This looks like a fucking.
Is this where the spines light up and they start spiking out like pop?
Oh, it might
pop,
be.
Pop.
But it was like, oh, this Godzilla looks fucking dope. Yeah. So, and normally the other ones that I'm not a big fan of, but yeah, this looks amazing. Sorry, carry on. Do your thing.
No, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah, dude. So for the last 10 years, the Americas and the rest of the world, through Warner Brothers and Legendary Entertainment, has had access to Godzilla and something that resembles King Kong. We can't call him King Kong. We can call him Kong. And by the way, a brand new trailer dropped for the movie that's coming out in April, where Godzilla and Kong are going to meet up again. I'm sure they're going to have a little misunderstanding, but they are absolutely going to unite and fight a bigger force. Anyways, Godzilla Minus One. Like I said, Toho resets the button every 10 years or so, and that's what we got here. So the Japanese are losing World War II. The Americas are just crippling them. It's really bad. It's really bad. And by the way, your grandfather and my grandfather, if he was still alive, I don't know if your grandfather's still alive, but I bet if you told him any of this, you'd be like, what the fuck are you watching? Why are you celebrating any of this? Coming back to the movie.
My granddad was Irish and drank whiskey for breakfast. There's no chance he
I bet he would still have an
2023.
opinion on us. I bet he would still have an opinion on this. You know what a kamikaze pilot is, Mike? You're not much younger than me, but do you know what a kamikaze pilot was? It's not a drink at a bar.
No, it's a fella that climbs into a plane and goes, Jesus, take the wheel, and doesn't expect to get out of the plane.
That's what's up. He did a little more than that. He would engage in some dog fighting. He would let his plane get shot up. And then when it was too late to turn around, he would dive that sucker straight into a battleship. And that would be his sole purpose in the war. And we meet a gentleman that is played by, again, Ryo Nosuke Kamiki. He plays a kamikaze pilot who went like, why the fuck would I kill myself? We're losing the war. This is stupid. And a couple of people are like, yeah, I get why you did that. And then a lot of other people were like, dude, you lost us the war. Your sole purpose there was to be a part of the plan. Maybe the plan didn't make sense, but
yeah, they would. Japan would have won the war if it wasn't for that one fella.
That one feller, yeah.
Ruined it all.
However, people are really mad at him the entire time, or when he reveals it at several points, because he is with shame. He has PTSD, which isn't a thing yet. It exists, guys, but we didn't know to diagnose it that. Like, he is traumatized, not only by the war, but his actions in the war, whether he did good or bad. And he abandoned a lot of people. Anyways, we're trying to keep this thing under 15 minutes if we can. So, guess what? Time goes on. He comes back home. He is rebuilding life. And then Godzilla comes by. He's already actually met Godzilla that night that he came in on the plane, and he doesn't know what to make of it. Anyways, Godzilla comes back.
Who is it? Oh shit, it's Godzilla. I forgot to give him back his lawnmower. Fuck. Oh, turn the lights off.
Everybody turn off the lights. Don't say a thing. We get a lot of fun historical dates where, like, on this date in 1946, I'm going to just say, America dropped an A-bomb just to test on an island, and Godzilla was there. And while he already existed, now he is twice as big, maybe 3 times as big. I forget how big Godzilla is supposed to be in these American WB adaptations, but he's maybe he's maybe 8 stories in this. He's very tall still compared to us, but he's not as tall as he used to be. However, he is way more scarier. His first reveal in the first act, terrifying to the point where you just go like, oh my god. It's I dare say scarier than the first reveal in Jurassic Park. Anyways, we're still following our pilot. He's rebuilding his life. A woman who inherited a baby that is not hers clutches onto him, and now he's responsible for raising them, taking care of them. He gets a regular ass job, which unfortunately in those days is, we're going to go out into sea and we're going to find mines left by the enemy, and we're going to blow them up. And it sounds dangerous, but actually the way they do it, it's very safe, very sane.
I bet Jeffrey Edwards makes friends with those mines. There's a callback to it. Jeffrey Edwards callback earlier in the show. The man that made friends with bombs.
Okay. Oh yeah, that guy would love. He would love to be on this mission, but he's not. So, but he might feel a little out of place with the fact that our friends are Japanese, but whatever. we're gonna get past all this. Look, man, once Godzilla starts attacking Japan, fucking hell. Once Godzilla starts attacking Japan, my battery just died.
Uh-oh.
Things become terrifying. Okay, like it's a legitimate horror story, dude. Like you see Godzilla just walk through it. He's not even trying. Again, he's not fighting anybody. He's just walking through. He hates everybody. He picks up a bus, throws it back down. I hate to borrow from the Blue Oyster Cult track, but that shit happens, and it is amazing. Eventually, we get to a point where Japan's like, "Hey, Japan, we're Japan also, but Japan, you're on your own." We talked to America, and they were like, "Hey, Japan, you're on your own." Like, so like this little town called Ginza, I guess it's a major city, but we're just gonna call it the town. Whatever. There's like, all right, so Godzilla's gonna come back, maybe in 10 days, maybe longer, maybe sooner, but we better figure some shit out. Anyways, they come up with a plan. It's fucking fantastic. Dude, you take Godzilla out of this fucking movie, and this is still an interesting movie. Just with the fact that the guy
-1.
Well, it's -1 because they just rebuilt after Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Okay, they literally just rebuilt, and then Godzilla comes through and pushes them back further. That's where the -1 comes from.
Oh, there's fucking nuclear weapons. It's finally cleared it up. Oh, Godzilla! No, come on! Ah, I just put it all back together again, you bastard.
The shit gets intense, dude. Honestly, this is one of the best Godzilla movies out there. This might be the best Godzilla movie out there. Again, take Godzilla out of the equation. This is a fascinating story about a guy who he loves his country, but he's just like, the orders are stupid. What good am I gonna do if I fucking kill myself for this war we're losing? By the way, again, both of our grandparents would be furious at us for even tolerating this idea of a story. And that is also funny to me. However, anyways, Godzilla -1, it's way better than anything we've produced in America out here the last 10 years. I'm looking forward to a part 2.
Great shit.
That was fun. Godzilla vs. Kong was a lot of fun. And I'm going to look forward to Godzilla X Kong 2. It's looking like a Fast and the Furious movie. I'm all in.
Yeah, because they're going to be
King Kong, for some reason, has a robotic arm brace. And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. So,
do you reckon this is going to be like a buddy cop thing?
Like people have already compared it to Lethal Weapon. So
Godzilla being like,
on you, Mike Fish.
If you're gonna eat that, you're gonna have to contribute to the groceries in King Kong.
Who do you think is the Danny Glover character, Mike Fish?
Godzilla. If one of them's gonna be the
ding 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 ding,
if one of them's gonna if anyone's gonna do the cheeky wacky one, it's gonna be King Kong.
Yeah,
cheeky monkey.
King Kong. Also, he's already done the separated shoulder gimmick in Godzilla vs. Kong. So yes, you are 100% correct, Mike Fish. Good for you. Ooh, producer Lathan, good call there. Anyways, look, I absolutely loved Godzilla -1. The entire thing is in Japanese. Again, written and directed by Takahashi Yamakaze. I've seen it twice already. I saw it back to back. I saw it the first night in RPX, which is Regal's version of IMAX. And then I saw it in the 4DX, which was so violent that, like, I can't show you how little liquid is in this cup here. But when Godzilla made his final stand in the third act, half of this shit spilled out of my cup. So there you go. I am looking forward to seeing this more. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. And holy shit, yeah! Thank you, Toho. This was awesome.
Boom. Godzilla minus one. 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Do you reckon are they going to do a sequel, Godzilla minus two?
No, they'll probably do a Godzilla Zero.
Ooh. What do with Godzilla franchise? Do you remember who was the fellow that was trying to get the monster universe going with like the mummies and Frankenstein, and then they were like,
oh,
Monsters Unite.
I know who you're talking about.
You're trying to do like an MCU.
It was the Universal Dark Universe.
Right, he was going to reboot like the Mummy and shit like that, and it was all going to come together in like Dracula, Godzilla. Come unite.
No. They were gonna have. They did the Mummy, and then they
Tom
kind
Cruise,
of already had Dracula, but they weren't happy with it. So like, yeah, don't worry about Dracula. We still have Tom Cruise in the Mummy, and then they were gonna do more movies, but Godzilla wasn't gonna be a part of it. But the Wolfman was gonna be a part of it. The Invisible Man was gonna be a part of it. The Invisible Man ended up getting its own pre-pandemic release, like literally, like the movie came out and then the pandemic happened. That's how crazy that shit happened. That's how also awful The Mummy was with Tom Cruise.
I think the moral of the story is all these like production companies who go, hey, MCU is really successful, we should copy them, but they don't copy them very well, and they all shits.
No, we need to do this but different, and the different is always the thing that hurts them. However,
again,
Universal
MCU
has done
wasn't huge.
The Monsterverse.
The MCU wasn't huge overnight. They had some.
No,
it wasn't. I don't want to say bad movies, but they built up the characters over time to where then it was like, hey, look at that, we can now. Whereas DC is like, we're too impatient, so we're gonna do the uniting movie, but make people guess who these fuckers are. I was like, what?
Right. No. So when we're talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we're talking about before Endgame, the worst movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe was Iron Man 2.
Oh
and
no,
Thor 2.
I'm gonna.
And everything else was very subjective.
I mean,
shuffle 22 of those movies around as much as you want, but Iron Man 2 and Thor 2 were the worst movies you had before.
No, Iron Man 3 was worse than Iron Man 2.
You know what? I did not enjoy Iron Man 3, but it was better than Iron Man 2. It was actually it was psychological.
I quite liked Iron Man 2 with what's his fella with the what's his name? He was in The Wrestler and shit.
Oh yeah, Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. I thought he was good.
Mickey Rourke, but his character became nothing. His character became immediately nothing.
It was kind of like
but he became also a long line of shit baddies. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, again, pre-Endgame, we can talk about post-Endgame all you want, but pre-Endgame, everybody's biggest complaint was blue laser going to the sky and a shitty bad guy. Otherwise, best movie of the year, bro. High fives everywhere.
It was a shitty bad guy. Well, and yeah, I guess because
until Thanos, you didn't have a bit. Until Thanos, until the guy in
kind of alluded
Black Panther, until the Winter Soldier, you didn't have a good bad guy in any of these movies.
I don't know what's going on with my lighting, but if I look how blue my lips look, I look like I'm dying.
No, you don't have a Russian complexion.
But if I move,
but yes, your iris is reacting to your head moving because the light is behind you.
Looks like I had some what are they called? The blue the doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, Godzilla Minus One. 5 out of 5. We are going
Godzilla
off
Minus
topic.
One, 5 out of 5. One of my favoriteest movies of 2023. We still got 3 weeks to go, guys, but I dare you to find a better movie than this. Honestly, again, also take out Godzilla. Fantastic drama.
Dare you? Anyway,
I'm done.
Anyway, let's wrap this week's show up by making everyone feel warm and fuzzy inside.
I'm very aroused.
Very fuzzy.
With this week's feel-good story. I knew I'd get that sound clip in somewhere. Feel-good story of the week.
That's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
Speaking of movies, everyone should be able to enjoy movies. That's what I say. And so this week's feel-good story comes to us from Liverpool, England. That's a terrible accent. I do apologize to our Scouse listeners. But a cinema is to be built inside Alder Hey Children's Hospital in Liverpool, England, to offer patients the chance to experience the magic of movies. It will accommodate beds, wheelchairs, and medical equipment. Patients will be able to watch films with their family members, and nursing staff will be there to offer any care needed. Chief Nursing Officer Nathan Askew said it would help patients who are missing out on, quote, a normal childhood because of receiving treatment. He said, having a cinema within our hospital means we can give those children the opportunity to still have that magical movie experience. It will make a massive difference to everyone here. The cinema is the result of a partnership between Alder Hey Children's Charity and Medi Cinema and will be funded by grants and donations. This colourful cinema, due to be opened in 2024, will be the only one in a solely paediatric hospital in the UK. Boom! What a great, I love that. Great.
Wow.
So they can see when a new movie comes out, they can get wheeled in there and fucking see the movies. Love it, stuff. Because you know what? I haven't been in. Thankfully, I haven't been in the hospital for a long time. But I remember going out fucking miserable fucking places. You know, I appreciate they're not supposed to. You know, hey, they've got one job to do is to make people, hey, that come in, go out again, being healthy. So they're not like, but still, they are fucking. If you're going to be in there for a while, they are miserable places, especially. And so imagine what kids are. So yeah, if they get to, hey, you get to see the local, you can watch Fast and the Furious 17, kids. Yeah, it's just coming out.
They're probably going to watch the newest Trolls movie or whatever equivalent of that. But yeah, this is the most beautifulest story I think we've ever had on the Waffle Box. I'm literally choking back tears here. Yeah, it's not going to be an on-demand thing either. It's probably going to be like a once-a-week thing. But yeah, good. Thank you.
I could be wrong, but I do believe this is like going to be obviously not like a big. But I imagine because of the churning system, I think there's going to be movies going all the time. I think there's going to be like the latest releases. This is going to be like a cinema, but just for patients.
Okay.
Which is awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, I will love that too.
So yeah, shout out to Medi Cinema and Alder Hey Children's Hospital in Liverpool. They're doing great work. Keep it up. You're awesome. You're fucking awesome. But yeah, that does bring a close to this week's Waffle Box. I think we've all drunk enough now. It's probably best for us to go to bed.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
That is Lathan, my bad. Right, while you were gone, I did shuffle around the soundboard a little bit. So yeah, that is not there. That used to be on that button, but it's now on another button. My bad. Whoopsie, Lathan's gonna be so mad at me after the show. But yes, that brings us close to this week's episode of Waffle Box. What have we got coming up next week? Next week is episode 128. It's gonna be December December 13th? December 13th? Yeah.
Wednesday.
It's Best Past Wednesday, so we'll be 1 week away from our Christmas episode. Oh my god. But yeah, check that out. Yeah, whatever. Kush. Fuck me. Microdose. You do a Microdose podcast each and every week, every Friday.
Microdose is a thing. We might do a thing, we might not do a thing, whatever. It's the holidays. I wish you guys were more than nine listeners. So come out. There's 177 microdoses. Hey, you found a use for that.
I did.
That was great. We talked about this before that.
And who for you?
Bosnet.family, everybody. We love you, but yeah, I don't know what I'm doing next week.
Fantastic. If that doesn't get you to listen, nothing will. So check that out. Make sure you follow us. All the links at Wafflebox on X/Twitter, at WaffleboxPod on Facebook and Instagram. Follow me at Only Mike Fish. Follow him at Cushford Hayes on the Facebook. Remember that Facebook? Oh, look at that. It's 2008. And do that stuff. Until next week. Oh, Lathan. Sorry. I forgot you were still here because you haven't been here for quite a while. But yes, it's good night from me. Good night from Kush. Lathan, say good night, please.
Good night, my sweet little birds. Enjoy the rest of your National Gazpacho Soup Day, because there is nothing better on a winter's night than to slurp down a bowl of ice-cold soup. I mean, who comes up with this shit? Anyway, good night, everyone.
Gazpacho soup. I learned that from an episode of Red Dwarf. Have you ever seen Red Dwarf?
Yes, incredibly. I hate Red Dwarf.
I kind of want to keep going, but anyway. This is great. Until next week, gazpacho soup, served cold. Red Dwarf, check it out. Until next week, take care of yourselves. And each other.
That's all, folks.
I didn't understand a one word you said.